Okay, Jim, do you have any old business? Joe?
Yeah, several things. One thing I want to clarify first and most, there's rumors going around this township that I'm anti-zoning. I am not anti-zoning, and I want that on record. I don't know where that started or where it's coming from, but it's totally untrue. So just for the record, I am not. Salt barn last meeting, I talked to Mr. Hoover about coming up. He's in a big job down in Massillon. But regardless, Mr. Finney and I met after the meeting, went over our finances, and looking kind of bleak. And David, correct me if I'm wrong here, but we've got approximately $32,000 in a fund that could be used towards this. However, that's going to take us, that funding should last us through the end of the year. It's also for aggregate, fuel, salt, repairs, asphalt, trucking, and so on. So at this point in time, we went ahead with the salt barn. It's going to deplete those funds, and we're basically, if something major happens, we're screwed for the rest of the year. So in essence, I don't feel, and I think Mr. Finney's on board with this, we don't feel that it'd be wise to try to spend this kind of money on the salt barn this year, because we just plain simply don't have it. And if we have to put Band-Aids on it, make it work for another year, we have to do that. I think we can do that without too much difficulty.
May I speak a minute, Joe?
Please, Nick.
The 30 to 32,000 that I looked at, that was excluding what we would need for general operating salt and some repairs and maintenance and some aggregate and so on. That was above those needs.
So you're saying that that's $32,000 that could be spent and wouldn't cripple us at all?
It's basically the money we would normally be spending on chip and seal.
Which is kind of what the proposal was at the very beginning. But what do you gentlemen feel? Jim, Joe, what do you gentlemen feel? Do you want to let that sit for another year and try to muddle through with another year here? Is that what you think is the best?
That's where I'm at.
Jim, what do you think?
No, David says we have enough to cover that, don't we, David?
Well, you've got that much money available for projects. You could spend it on a salt shed. You could spend it on a fueling station. That money's available for whatever you want to use it for.
So we could either do a salt shed, or we could do something else, or we could just sit on that money.
Well, I think first and foremost, the fueling is more important at this point in time. I know we got to resolve, and Mr. White made a valid point of how much money in time we're wasting and losing by running back and forth. I don't think you guys are the terrorists you have here running back and forth in the winter into town getting fuel every other day or wherever it is when the plowing starts and so on. I think that should be a priority. And the salt shed, just put Band-Aids on it and wait till next year.
Well, let me